Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between our visitors and these guys defending their home turf. On the visiting sideline, look at the head coach of the Condors. These guys hoping that one loss last week doesn't become two here. Opposing them is the head coach of the Tigers. These guys more than motivated for this contest, ready to take the field here at home. From the booth alongside Brock Hewitt, I'm Kate Scott, and we're just about set to get this one started. And off we go from Sacramento! And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing off the play fake. They're taking a shot on this first play. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down. So play number 1 almost ended this drive. Let's see what play number 2 has in store. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Now the defense did have to work for them on that previous play, Brock. So just 5 yards to go now on 2nd following the flag. They'll run here following the penalty. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
That's good.
Pushing the pace right away to start the game.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Condors.
First down, play action. Lasers this one deep down the middle. Ooh, that one's nearly intercepted. The defense read that one perfectly. A poor choice to make that throw. 2nd down coming up.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff for Patterson. And into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He'll get this one to Kelly. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
And the Buenos first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 18 Runner, 18.
They'll throw it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down.
Come on, trap 50, trap 50. Go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. And that's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
Mustang 19. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's complete. Here's Cowie. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down and 9, and look at this. The offense is still out there.
70 Timberwolves, cut 19, cut 19. Dixie Maverick, Dixie Maverick. Ready?
They're going to try to throw for it. Buying some time right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Trying to work quickly now.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. And the Buenos Aires first down.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. And this one is knocked away from the intended targets. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. A give to Patterson out of the shotgun. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. They're working quickly here.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
They'll throw for it. He connects downfield. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
From the red zone on 1st. And the connection made in the end zone. Touchdown! The Condors finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Tanner Brown on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Condors will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
7. Tigers nothing.
Now Brown on to send it away. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here comes their offense for its opening drive. And they'll be let out by someone that we'll get a look at here, this second-year passer.
You know, Kate, sometimes they say great quarterbacks are like great point guards. And much like we measure point guards in basketball with the assist-to-turnover ratio, and you love a 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio that will win you ball games, same with quarterbacking. 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, and a big old win last week.
And what a big play that was on 1st down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond.
Still 1st down. Under 10.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Completed over the middle. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops. I'm not going to call this a...
Right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First get of the game to the rookie for Morgan. They stop him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Oh, he shoves it forward, complete. And he won't get back to the line, Brock. They needed one, but they're going to lose one on that play. It's 4th down. The Tigers getting their punt team out there. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Their offense headed back out for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they sure looked clean throwing that football the last drive, didn't they? That's something we've seen from them early in games throughout this season, Brock.
Cowboy 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler.
They go play action on 1st down. Trying for the deep ball. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Built up this one off to his running back, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Second and 2 at the 18-yard line.
On the handoff, Patterson. It's inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. On towards the goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up. Now looking to throw. Setting up the running back screen. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. Offense working quickly.
12 yards. It's 3rd and goal.
Calling his own number here on 3rd and goal. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Condors pull out in front further. 13-zip. My partner up here is pumping his fist after that one. That is how you run an option as a quarterback. Good read to hang on to it and do it himself.
Yeah, because I could never do that, not even close. But when the defense overplays and you run that option, you get that good 2-on-1, more times than not, they will commit to the more dangerous guy, the running back. But you leave a lane, this quarterback can do some damage as well.
That one splits the uprights. And the Condors drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Now Brown on to send it away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Tigers and their quarterback ready to take over once again. And we're getting a look at the leaders in passing touchdowns this season here, where you will find his name among the top 5 right now in the NFL. First call here coming from the shotgun. This is Mack. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Our score, 14-0. Back in a moment with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, it's about time to get started with quarter number 2. Home offense out, ready to go. They have it on 2nd and short. He beams one deep right side. Again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Turns his back complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Ooh, almost a throw to cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
They'll run. This is Mack. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. How about that play, Brock? On 3rd and 14, they find a way to convert.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Go with Mack here. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone. 7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. We've got a screen to the running back. He's blocked. That ball's free. And the defense jumps on the loose ball. It's a turnover. And they're going to take possession of the football, but they're going to do it deep on their own side of the field. Look, you know, I'm always trying to be positive, partner. You take away the ending, it was a great drive. Everything they were hoping for, but all that work and effort, it's gone.
And all that people are going to remember is that ending, Kate. That's all that unfortunately matters for this offense.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Patterson trying this straight ahead. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. He stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that first down. 2nd and manageable. He's throwing. Dialing up a receiver screen. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10.
And the Buenos first down.
Back to throw now. Connection made to Isaac Gurindo. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Shotgun, handoff to Gurindo. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards. These last 2 snaps, they have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
So here's Jack Brownie to punt this one away. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. Their offense running back out now. And they know they let points slip away with that fumble in the red zone, Brock. They're looking to get him back here. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 13.
3rd and long for him here. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 4th and long. Jake Camarda on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's brought down before the return gets far. This offense getting all set for this series. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Offense to the line. Here we go. They'll come out throwing. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Still 10 to go. 2nd down now from the 23. From the gun, Gurindo. He gets a nice chunk. Looks like about 5. It's going to be 3rd down. Offense in the hurry up now.
A gain of 6 yards.
Setting up to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On comes the Condors punting squad. is hit before he can get anything on that return. Now outruns their offense to take over. And coming off a 3-and-out, Brock, they really need to build some momentum from the ground as they try to get on that scoreboard here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's the one back on the handoff. Has good room at the 35. Through the 45. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that will give them some serious momentum along with a 1st down.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
One of the tight ends motions right. Right side, quick pass, complete. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good for a 1st down. On the red zone now. Buys time, rolling right. Now he takes it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Tigers making a 1-score game before halftime. That one right down the middle. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Tigers 7.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Jacob Cowie. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here comes their offense out again. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Beginning on the ground, here's Garindo. And they will finally catch up to him in just a second before he can reach that 40. Offense to the line fast.
That's good.
To throw here on 1st down. Throwing the out route complete. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. 1st down, play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's running with it. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. So that's their first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, looking to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That's going to be a play tomorrow. When they watch it on tape, they're going to be kicking themselves a bit. Okay, you get man-to-man coverage down in the red zone, you got to take advantage of it. It's hard. Zone coverage and the windows are so tight. You get man, you got to find a way to win.
This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Throw here, 3rd down. Rocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down. Jack Browning on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report. Now Brown on to send it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Looks away from one. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Their offense taking the field now for the opening drive in the 2nd half. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, to score some points.
He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that'll set him up with a fresh set of downs.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5. at the 46-yard line.
Give now to Matt. Breaks the tackle. He's got space ahead. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10.
At the 40-yard line.
He'll call his own number. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
He was taken down.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the Booth Cape, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. Has room inside the 25. And he's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out.
It's a gain of 22.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's another Sacramento 1st down.
Here's Matt. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down. Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. They're going play action. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. And the Condors take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
At their own 6-yard line.
There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
They're throwing it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler, 19 Wyatt. Buffalo 18.
Working now from the gun. Got his man. Watkins has it. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And they're going to have a 1st down now.
That's good for a Buenos Aires 1st down.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Garindo on 2nd down. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going. You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw it. Caught outside, beyond the marker. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. So they come through with 6, and they're rewarded for going for it on 4th down. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. This is Patterson on the give. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's good.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there. He's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Once again, Patterson. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
And the Buenos Aires first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
60 back there, 60, ready? Panther 60, Panther.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It'll still be just a 1-score game when we resume play.
On the jump.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal.
Here we go. Up.
On the counter, it's Yr2. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Second and goal, he's headed right on the option. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
3-yard loss on the play. It's third and goal.
Throwing from the gun here. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. The Condors go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Brown now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Condors double their lead to 14.
Tigers 7.
Now Brown on to send it away. Returning it from the 4. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run. The offense headed back to the field. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And, Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
Going back in the backfield, and they give it to him. Up to the races, middle of the field. 30. He's at the 10. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Tigers now within 1 score in the 4th.
Kate, right there's the danger of down coverage. Bunch of little guys on the field that love to cover and may not tackle so well, and opens up a run lane. He took huge advantage of it.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Right down the middle, it's good. And his guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Tigers 14.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Cowie now on the return. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
I just love to see that. I love to see the momentum created out of a great special teams play. Look at the fist bumps. Look at the little pats on the butt. Look at the little more juice this offense has now. Set up with great field position.
And he put everything he's got behind it. And the touchdown is dropped. He had it for a moment in the end zone, but just couldn't secure it. What a chance for him. That's a rough incompletion to stomach. 2nd and 10, and they'll stick to the air. He's looking deep once again. Trying to find his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
65, 6, ready.
They are throwing it again. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives him the first.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
On first down, it's Gorindo. Well, he had to power through one tackle just to get back to the line that time.
That's got to be so frustrating for them. I mean, you're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Finds him over the middle. And he will take this in. Touchdown. The Condors go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. Isaac Gorindo with the touchdown. Dangerous route to have to defend, Brock. A lot of running backs are so good at sneaking behind defenders running that pattern.
And if you're going to find your back for a touchdown, Kate, this is the first route you'd expect. Get him a favorable matchup. This guy can flat out move. Send him out there, stress that coverage, and go deliver for 6.
Brown now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Condors double their lead to 14.
28, Tigers 14.
Now Brown on to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Tigers returning their offense and this running back to the field. This could be the decisive drive. Down 2 scores late. They've got to find some points to get it back within 1. All set to go now from the 35. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Completed to his running back. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has this down to the 34. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Dropping back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense in a hurry up here.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds his man over the middle. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there.
At the 19
Throwing on seconds. He's got it over the middle. And this one doesn't go far. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here's the give on 3rd and short. And the run will not work. He is shot to the line. This is going to be 4th and short.
It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Tigers now within 1 score in the 4th. PAT effort coming up.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And these guys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Scores 28. Tigers 21.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Patterson now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now this offense getting set to work here. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over.
Let's go now.
Zone read. It's a give for Gurindo. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. The defense calls a timeout. So that's their first. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. He's got the hook up to Watkins. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. And that means 1st down. Now a give to Gurindo. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
They'll go right back to Gurindo. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down. Now we get a pause, Brock, as the defense uses its final timeout, so the clock only going to stop again at our 2-minute warning.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Hauled in by Gurindo. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
13 yards on the play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Sacramento. Condors feeling lucky with a 7-point lead.
13 yards. 1st down, Condors.
Come on.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down.
Ready.
Here's a design run. They break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
No. Ready.
Gurindo running between the tackles. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
A give to Patterson out of the shotgun. And he gets him 5, but still a ways short of that line to gain. So here comes 4th down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
An important attempt coming up here for Tanner Brown. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That kick right there, Kate, it was a crucial one that really just caused their odds of winning this game to jump substantially. Now we've got a 2-score game. It really leaves no room for error for this opposing offense as they prepare to take the field.
He's going well so far. And he's brought down Brock, and that brings this ball game to a close. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Condors, as we'll see you next time from Sacramento.